Namaskar to all the spiritually curious people here, seeker brothers and sisters. Let us commence today's online Guru Purnima celebrations by paying obeisance at the holy feet of Jagadguru Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Jayant Balaji Athwale, the source of inspiration for Hindu Janajagruti Samiti. Before we start today's celebrations, here are some instructions. If you have any suggestions about the program or any related topic, or if you wish to directly participate in the mission of bringing about awakening on the nation and Dharma, please fill the online feedback form available in the chat box. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get regular updates on spiritual practice, nation, and dharma. Today is Ashar Purnima, meaning Vyas Purnima or Guru Purnima. This is the day a disciple expresses his gratitude unto the Guru. On this day, the Guru principle functions 1,000 times more than on other days. Hence, the benefits of performing such seva and sacrifice on the occasion of Guru Purnima are also 1,000 times more. That is why seekers and disciples sacrifice their mind, body, and money and participate in this festival. Such seekers and disciples also get spiritual experiences on the day of Guru Purnima. Let us surrender unto the holy feet of Sri Guru by paying obeisance to him by reciting a shloka. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurudeva Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is everything for a disciple. Today's celebration has been organized so that everyone is able to obtain guidance on the appropriate spiritual practice required for the Guru to come into our life, to get direction on the efforts required in spiritual practice, and to enable everyone to fulfill their duty unto the nation and Dharma. Now, we will listen to the message on the occasion of Guru Purnima by Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Jayant Balaji Athwale, the source of inspiration for Hindu Janajagruti Samiti, the one who is tirelessly working to establish the Hindu Rashtra. The message will be read by Mr. Suresh Munjal.
O Hindus, to survive the adverse times, perform sadhana and get trained in self-defense as well. On the auspicious day of Guru Purnima, Gurus, that is spiritual guides, bestow their blessings on seekers and disciples so that they progress spiritually through appropriate sadhana, that is spiritual practice. However, we are now in the adverse times, which makes it more difficult to perform sadhana. In the coming months, the intensity of the crisis is expected to increase. Natural disasters, war, and civil unrest will severely disrupt daily life. In such times of adversity, if one survives, then only can sadhana continue with the physical body. As per Sanskrit proverb, Sharir Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam, meaning the body is indeed the primary instrument for abiding by dharma. Therefore, preserving one's life during these adverse times will become essential for seekers and disciples. According to Bhakti Yoga, that is path of devotion, Sri Krishna assures, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, Shlok 31, meaning, my devotee shall never perish. Yet, Karma Yoga, that is path of action, teaches that one must act to avoid destruction. Hence, Hindus must strive to safeguard their lives in these adverse times by following Bhakti Yoga as well as Karma Yoga. In the present times, beside devotion unto God, it is essential to acquaint ourselves with self-defense techniques such as karate and stick wielding. Therefore, O Hindus, begin to acquaint yourself with self-defense techniques from now itself and be prepared to use these to survive during the adverse times. Once the Hindu Rashtra is established, after this period of adversities, Hindus will be able to engage in deeper sadhana through the physical body and rapidly progress spiritually. Satchidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Atwale.
In the month of May this year, on the occasion of 83rd birth anniversary of Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Jayanta Atwale and the silver jubilee year of Sanatan Sanstha, Sanatan Rashtra Shankhnad Mahotsav was organized in Goa. This grand event was a divine gathering of seekers and followers of Sanatan Dharma from across the country and abroad. The Mahotsav inspired us and showed us the direction towards the establishment of a Sanatan Rashtra. Let us now take a look at some glimpses from this event.
The Sanatan Rashtra Shankhnad Mahotsav, held on the occasion of Sanatan Sanstha's Silver Jubilee and the 83rd birth anniversary of its founder, Satchidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Jayant Athavale. It was nothing short of a Mahakumbha. Let us relive some of the most touching moments of this magnificent festival. A grand rally was organized by seekers and devout Hindus a day before the event to spread awareness. Seekers and devout followers of Dharma from across India arrived for the Mahotsav. Seekers from 23 countries travelled to India for this Mahotsav. A grand Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Athavale Nagari was set up over 22 acres of land. A total of 19 pavilions were constructed in the Nagari, that is, this township. A dedicated cow shed, Goshala, was built in honor of the sacred cow revered in Sanatan Dharma. This is the Guru Mandir, where an image of disciple Dr. Athavale's Guru, Parampuja Bhaktiraj Maharaj, was installed. Large cutouts of deities and national heroes adorned the grounds, evoking devotional fervor and heroic inspiration among attendees. More than 30,000 seekers, devotees, and devout Hindus benefited from the Mahotsav. The Shankhnad, that is the conch blowing at the inauguration, symbolized the awakening call for the Sanatan Rashtra itself. A collective resolve for the establishing of the Sanatan Rashtra and strengthening of unity among Hindu organizations and sects was affirmed through the Japa Yajna, that is chanting of 1 crore Ram Nam, the name of Sri Ramchandra Ji, during the Mahotsav.
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram.
On the occasion of his 83rd birth anniversary, Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Jayant Athavale was honored by saints and political leaders.
एकमेवा द्वितीय स्वर्गीय राष्ट्र गुरु, धर्म गुरु, ज्ञान गुरु, मोक्ष गुरु, जगत गुरु, श्रीमंत श्री गुरु कृपाधिपति सच्चिदानंद परब्रह्म डॉक्टर जयंत अठवले जी की।
A divine auction, that is the ritual of waving a lit lamp in front of a saint or an individual, was performed for Sachidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Athavale, on his 83rd birthday by his spiritual hires, Sri Satshakti, Mrs. Binda Singhbal, and Sri Chit Shakti, Mrs. Anjali Gadgil. Saints provided spiritual guidance during the Sant Sabha, the assembly of saints.
मैंने जब पहले सनातन प्रभात यह शब्द पढ़ा तो मुझे स्वयं को भी उस समय आश्चर्य हुआ था कि ऐसे जमाने में सनातन का नाम लेने वाला ये कौन महात्मा जन्म लेकर के आ गया, ये कितने सफल होंगे। परमात्मा की कृपा है, मेरी सारी आशंकाएं धूमिल हो गई और सनातन संस्था इतने ऊंचे स्तर तक जाकर के पहुंची।
हे सनातनियों, सारे काम सरकार और कोर्ट नहीं करेंगे। अगर आपको आने वाली पीढ़ी बचानी है तो ईमानदारी से मेहनत करो, ईमानदारी से प्रयास करो कि हम मंदिर भी बनाएंगे, कृष्ण भूमि का, काशी विश्वनाथ का भी मंदिर बनाएंगे और सनातन बोर्ड बनवाएंगे सरकार से।
जितने भी विद्यालय है सभी में एनसीसी होना अति अनिवार्य है। पाकिस्तान ने कहा था कि फौज के बाद जो अगला ऑप्शन है वो कौन है, मदरसों के बच्चे हैं। हमारे बच्चों के मन में आया जब मदरसे वाले ऑप्शन हो सकते हैं, हम ऑप्शन क्यों नहीं हो सकते हैं।
4 Dharma warriors who have worked tirelessly for the cause of Sanatan Dharma were honored with the Hindu Rashtra Ratna Lifetime Achievement Award. "21 devout followers of Dharma were awarded the Sanatan Dharma Shri title for their invaluable contribution to the promotion and protection of Sanatan Dharma."
साधना के प्रकार 2 होते हैं। एक तो है व्यष्टि साधना, खुद को सात्विक बनाने के लिए जो साधना की जाती है उसे व्यष्टि साधना बोलते हैं, और समाज को सुधारने के लिए जो साधना सिखाते हैं समाज में जाके उसे समष्टि साधना बोलते हैं। तो व्यष्टि और समष्टि, व्यष्टि साधना से उन्नति हो जाती है, समाज को सात्विक बनाने के प्रयत्न कर रहे, सिखा रहे हैं, वो ईश्वर को प्रिय होते हैं, वही समष्टि साधना है। अभी जो हिंदू राष्ट्र की स्थापना करनी है वो समष्टि साधना ही है। यहाँ वहाँ जाके हिंदू धर्म क्या है, साधना क्या है सिखाना, समष्टि के साधना हो। अभी आपातकाल तीसरा महायुद्ध होने वाला है, तो उसके लिए हमारे शरीर की मन की तैयारी करना है, अभी से चालू करना। यानी यहाँ वहाँ बॉम्ब आ गए, दंगल हो गए, इसको फ्रैक्चर हो गया, तो ऐसे लोगों को कैसे मदद करना ये भी हमें आना चाहिए। यानी शरीर प्रकृति के बारे में भी आना चाहिए। मन के लिए तो सर्वोदस्त ये तो है ही, लेकिन समष्टि के लिए ये भी मालूम होना चाहिए। गाँव गाँव में तो घर को जलाएंगे, पानी पीने मिलेगा नहीं, तो हमें लड़ना कैसा है ये सबको सीखना चाहिए। तो ये जो सनातन राष्ट्र की स्थापना कर रही है, यानी हिंदू राष्ट्र की स्थापना कर रही है, ये सब सुना ऐसा नहीं करना, कृत्य में लाने के लिए सनातन के साधक जहाँ सत्संग लेते हैं उस सत्संग में जाना चाहिए। और आपके यहाँ सत्संग नहीं हो तो आप वहाँ सत्संग चालू करने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं। हमारे साधक आपके गांव शहर जिधर भी आप है उस एरिया में आ जाएंगे और सत्संग चालू करके ये सब आपको सिखाएगा। इतना ही कहना चाहता हूँ। नमस्कार।
This flag hoisting marked the beginning of the mission to establish the Sanatan Rashtra as envisioned by Sachidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Jayant Athavale. A soul-stirring kirtan based on the life, mission and contributions of Gurudev Sachidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Athavale was presented by renowned national kirtankar Dr. Charudatta Afale. Cultural performances of Samai dance presented by Department of Art and Culture, Goa. Ghode Modni dance presented by Department of Art and Culture, Goa. And Guru Mahima Sankirtan, that is Nritya Vandana, a devotional dance tribute presented by Maharshi Adhyatma Vishwavidyalaya. Martial arts of the era of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj were presented by Sabyasachi Gurukul, Kolhapur, Maharashtra, igniting heroic spirit among the attendees. The Hindu Janajagruti Samiti's Shaurya Jagrati exhibition further kindled warrior spirit, that is Kshatriya Tej in all. This grand yajna was performed for the welfare of Sanatan Rashtra, the health and longevity of all devout followers of Dharma, and the well-being of the entire world. Each weapon displayed the era of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj bore silent testimony to the valiant sacrifices made for protection of Dharma. These sacred weapons defended Swarajya and defeated enemies. Darshan of these weapons granted viewers a rare, blessed glimpse.
श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण हरि हरि श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण हरि हरि.
These exhibits associated with Sachidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Athavale, stirred deep bhav, that is spiritual emotion and gratitude among the viewers.
Guru Narayana Narayana Hari Hari. Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari Jai Jai Ram.
visitors experience Chaitanya and a renewed sense of pride in their cultural heritage.
जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि.
For the first time in Goa's history, devotees had the rare fortune to witness the padukas of 15 saints in just one place.
मोहे लागी लगन गुरु चरणन की. मोहे लागी लगन गुरु चरणन की.
The divine darshan of the 1000-year-old Somnath Jyotirlinga. This Jyotirling stands as a timeless symbol of Sanatan Dharma's unwavering faith, strength, and glory. During the Mahotsav, the sky was lit with a golden glow. It is a divine blessing for all the seekers.
सतगुरु मिले मोरे सारे दुख बिसरे अंतर के पट खुल गयो रे. भक्ति की ज्योत जगी घट भीतर. भक्ति की ज्योत जगी घट भीतर. कोटि कर्म सब जल गयो रे. कोटि कर्म सब जल गयो रे. सतगुरु मिले मोरे सारे दुख बिसरे अंतर के पट खुल गयो रे. सतगुरु मिले मोरे सारे दुख बिसरे अंतर के पट खुल गयो रे.
With the Guru's grace, we were once again able to experience the divine moments of Shankhnad Mahotsav. Let us express our heartfelt gratitude unto the holy feet of Satchidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Jayanta Atwale. In the current times, let us reflect on what the Guru principle actually expects from us as our spiritual practice. As we can see, the world around us is growing increasingly unstable. No one's life is secure anymore. There is a looming atmosphere of war and unrest. In such times, it is important for us to understand what we should do as part of our spiritual practice. I now request Sadguru Nilesh Sinbal, Dharm Pracharak Saint of Hindu Janajagruti Samiti, to enlighten us on this topic.
I pay obeisance to the founder of Sanatan Sanstha and the inspiration behind Hindu Janajagruti Samiti, Satchidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Atwale. And namaskar to all. Guru Purnima is the day to pay gratitude to Guru and to make a resolve to serve one's Guru. One of the important specialities of India is the Guru-disciple tradition. This divine tradition is not limited to only Guru-disciple spirituality and God realization, but it flows even for the welfare of universe. The Guru-disciple tradition has not only uplifted the disciple's life, but it has also helped in the protection of nation and dharma. If we look into our history, we will realize that whenever dharma was under stupor, it has been revived by Guru-disciple tradition. When unrighteousness grew during Dwapar Yuga, Sri Krishna motivated Arjun to fight the war and eliminated unrighteousness and revived dharma. Whenever a calamity hovered over the country, Guru-disciple, the same tradition protected the country. During the rule of an insolent king from the Nanda dynasty, when he was oppressing people, Arya Chanakya guided Chandragupta Maurya and toppled Nand rule. A righteous and strong Maurya empire was built. When Hindus were oppressed by foreign tyrant invaders, Guru-disciple tradition worked to awaken Hindus, unite them, and motivate them to be brave. Its examples are Samartha Ramdas Swami and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. When Hindus had become dull and lusterless, Samartha Ramdas Swami consecrated Hanuman in temples at different places. It may be noted that the number as well as the strength of the unrighteous was more than those who were fighting for justice and dharma. But eventually there was victory of dharma, because those fighting for protection of dharma had God's blessings. Even today, the benevolent Guru Tattva is active for the protection of Sanatan Dharma and India's progress. It is our duty that as an individual, we should not think only about our families, but dedicate ourselves to the mission of protection of the nation and Dharma. We are attending the Guru Purnima program today, which means that the flow of Guru-disciple tradition has reached us, and therefore it will be in our interest to get merged in that flow. While working for the protection of nation and dharma, we need to understand both these concepts. What is dharma? The rules, those are formed for maintaining the social system and for the spiritual welfare of the people, are known as dharma. The concept of dharma is very expansive, it is vast. Dharma requires abidance of the rules. It is not just for reading or listening, but it is for the living. Following the rules is abiding by dharma. For example, applying kumkum on foreheads, celebrating religious festivals, observances, performing yag. These are some of the followings of the dharma. These are the acts of abiding by dharma. Similarly, performing our duty is also abiding by dharma. That is dharmacharan. For example, a vendor following his Vaishya dharma for the interest of his customers. Parents doing their duty towards their children as grahastha dharma. Doing one's duty as good neighbors, that is following dharma as a good neighbors. Doing duty towards one's daughter is to follow father's dharma. Doing one's duty towards wife is pati dharma, and similarly patni dharma, putra dharma. So these are the abidance of the dharma, and following the rules and regulations, good behavior, not getting involved in corrupt practices, following values, honesty. So all this is also dharmacharan, and dharmacharan gives divine energy, the divine consciousness, and one becomes sattva predominant, increasing one's inner strength. Dharma guides on the daily ideal behavior. That is, from one's getting up in the morning till one goes to sleep at night. Therefore, try to know what dharma says and abide by it. Start with yourself and your family. Pay obeisance to the elderly at home. Pray before partaking food. Light a diya in front of tulsi. Apply kumkum on forehead. Celebrate religious and other festivals with faith and devotion. Perform Dev Puja, that is rituals at home. Recite stotras, inculcate good sanskars in children. Wear clothes which are complementary to our culture. Have sattvic food. Go to the temples. Donate for dharma. Practice yoga and pranayam. Read sacred books. Perform shraddha, that is a ritual for the ancestors once in a year. And these are some such acts of abiding by dharma. Nowadays, we observe that acting or abiding as per the Dharmacharan has declined at individual level, at family and social levels also. Earlier, families used to follow Dharmacharan and people were happy. There was less money, but there was more affection for each other. Today, there are all worldly things available. There is development of science, technology and transport. But human minds are lacking sanskars, they are lacking values and are not strong. So there is financial prosperity but no peace of mind. Insensitivity, competition and showiness are increasing. Home has lost homeliness. So therefore, to get true happiness, one has to abide by dharma with faith. Rather than limiting dharmacharan to self, propagation of dharma and creating awareness for dharma, this matters is the need of the hour. We have to expand our limits, take out time for our busy careers, professions, jobs, and devote it for the mission of the protection of dharma and nation. Somebody may feel that abiding by dharma at individual level is okay, but what is the need for going to people for propagation of dharma? So the sattvikta in the society has reached its lowest level in Kali Yuga, the present time, and therefore just being good and virtuous at individual level is not enough, but it is necessary to try to make society abide by dharma. It is in a way repaying our debt to the society, that is samaj run. When society is sattvic, individual sadhana also happens easily. God who manages Ananta Koti Brahmand, that is many universes like us, will certainly like a person who thinks about making the society practice spirituality rather than an individual who thinks about self sadhana. God likes those who work for society, that is samashti, that is collective sadhana, samashti sadhana. As such, joining the mission of protection of nation and dharma is expected by Guru Tattva. It is the need of the hour. Even God incarnates when dharma is under stupor. Then will it be proper to think only about self and think that someone come and work for the mission? If we join dharma karya, we will certainly get the grace of God. Shahaji Raje, the father of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, was a Sardar with Mughal king, and even Shivba could have served the king like his father. But without any selfish interest, he endangered his life for the establishment of Hindavi Swarajya. During the freedom fight, even barrister Veer Savarkar could have served the British and earned a good salary. But he wanted to free Bharat Mata. Therefore, he dedicated himself to revolutionary work, and name of such people have been engraved with gold in our history, who did not care for their own interests and offered their lives to the sacred fire of the protection of nation and dharma. We are aware of the scary situation around us. On one hand, Pakistan, China and Bangladesh are attacking India directly and indirectly. On the other hand, there is unrest even in parts of India. I will give you a list of some of such important incidents which occurred in this year. In April 2025, fanatics staged riots at Murshidabad in West Bengal against the amendment to the Waqf Act. They even attacked police during these riots, besides burning Hindus' houses and shops. In March 2025, when pro-Hindu activists were staging demonstrations demanding the removal of Aurangzeb's tomb, fanatics started rioting in Nagpur. In 2024, fanatics pelted stones at Hindus' religious processions and started violence at various places in India, for example, Bahraich in Uttar Pradesh and Bhilwara in Rajasthan. In Uttarakhand, fanatics staged riots after demolition of an unauthorized mosque at Haldane. In Mangalore, in Karnataka, there were many incidents of murders of pro-Hindu activists. So I am narrating only a few incidents due to the lack of time, but every day many such incidents are happening in the country. The important point to note is that the internal and external attacks on India are not only for expansionism but for eliminating Hindu Dharma. In Pahalgam, terrorists asked the victims the religion before shooting them. History tells us the same thing, that wherever the fanatics become strong, they targeted Hindus, religious symbols and objects of worship. The invasions by Ghazni, Afzal Khan and Aurangzeb were not for the peace of land, but they were against Hindu Dharma, and therefore they demolished temples, slaughtered the cows and oppressed Hindu women. It should therefore be noted that Sanatan Dharma and Rashtra are the sides of the same coin. Rashtra will not survive without Hindu Dharma, and Dharma Palan is not possible without Rashtra. The reason for taking such a topic in Guru Purnima lecture is that we are presently under the shadow of war. In fact, the world is under the shadow of unrighteousness. Outwardly, it may seem like a war fought on the borders, but in reality, it is Dharma Yuddha. During the Mahabharat war, the war was fought between Kaurav and Pandav and their armies. In Kali Yuga, the present time, however, everyone is affected by Dharma Yuddha, in which nobody can remain neutral. At that time, and even now, there are only two options for us, that is Dharma and Adharma. Being on the side of Dharma and offering ourselves completely is the spiritual practice in current times. And that also is the path of spiritual progress or liberation. When Arjun was confused at the time of Mahabharata, Bhagavan Sri Krishna guided him that fighting against adharma is dharma. Today, Guru Tattva also expects us to increase Brahma Tej by doing spiritual practice and awaken Kshatra Tej in us to fight against adharma. Swami Vivekananda had said that our real defect is not doing something great, but not doing something which is within our capacity. We have to explain to the ignorant people about dharma. For example, if a child in your family asks why a red flower is offered to Ganpati, don't try to give some evasive answers, but explain the science behind the act. Those who criticize dharma and culture can be countered verbally. Going to a temple, for example, some people say that going to a temple wearing short clothes is freedom, or dharma is an opium pill. So thus people purposely misleading Hindus can be given answers at ideological level, and we can foil their attempts. We can go to the police station and lodge complaints against those who denigrate our deities, sacred books and national heroes, etc. Oppose them legally by staging demonstrations. A few months ago, Tamil Nadu ministers, along with some perverted characters, had talked about eliminating Hindu Dharma. They ridiculed Sanatan Dharma as a disease like malaria or AIDS, but no action was taken against them. Such things never happen with non-Hindus because they are alert about matters related to their religion. Nobody would dare to cast an evil eye at our dharma if we are alert about our dharma. Today, there is a hanging sword of World War III all over the whole world. The war between Russia and Ukraine has not stopped even after 3 years. The Israel-Palestine war also continues. A small country like Bangladesh is challenging India. India started Operation Sindoor after Pakistan's terrorist attack at Pahalgam. China is trying to take over Nepal. The Indo-Russia Treaty on Arms has enraged the USA. In short, the bugle of the World War III seems to have been blown. This war will not be only of armed forces, but every citizen will have to be like a soldier. Army will fight at the borders, but what about the internal enemies? What about those who favor our enemies under the guise of freedom of expression? What about those who spit venom against the nation and dharma and try to demoralize the army? Every citizen should be alert to stop such agents of our enemies. Wars are not fought only on battlefields, but they are fought at ideological level too. By claiming that India is not a country but a group of states, or Arya came from outside India, these people are creating fake narratives. It is a war of all distorted and false stories. We have to fight against such fake narratives. Taking our young generation to immorality through Bollywood films, making them addicted to gambling or narcotics, referring to our customs and traditions as superstitions, all this is a cultural war. When we think of a war, we think of two armies fighting against each other. Though such a traditional war started a few months ago, the war at ideological and cultural levels has started since a very long back, and it has caused huge losses to us as a country. At least now, we should be alert and be a soldier to fight against intellectual attacks. Expose the agents of our enemy countries, giving legal fights against them, staging demonstration, etc., will have to be done by us. For that, start doing things which are within our capacity. Trade war is the most effective in any kind of war. Resolve not to buy things made by countries responsible for India's division. Many times, such things are cheap, therefore they are bought although they are made in enemy countries. Buying a thing made in enemy country is like wasting the blood of our Indian soldiers, and therefore resolve to use indigenous products. A certification system has been developed based on religion, which is running a parallel economy through halal certification. Money collected through such certifications are used to create unrest in the world. Therefore, don't buy halal certified products. To understand what is halal certification, purchase the book on halal jihad from the website mentioned on the slide. Along with these things, spread patriotism and counter anti-national thoughts. Let it be a clash over the slogan of Bharat Tere Tukde Honge, or regional row created over South Indians, North India, or clash over the claim of Tamil Nadu as an independent country, or opposition to say Vande Mataram. Countering such anti-national thoughts and exposing the plans of such agents is also a kind of service to the country. Its small manifestation was seen at the time of Operation Sindoor on social media. During the war, a few anti-nationals were supporting Pakistan on social media, but patriotic citizens appropriately handled them with counterposts. Such alertness and counter should always be there. Today, there is no facility to get military training for ordinary citizens. But during mutiny or revolt, we should be able to at least protect our family members. So get self-defense training and learn first aid. We have to develop habits to reduce our needs during the wartime and use things economically. There can be limitations on the use of fuel, electricity, and water, etc. There may be restrictions on withdrawal of money from our banks. At such times, reduced needs will help us sail through such situations. The most important thing required during a period of crisis is unity. One can successfully face a crisis with unity. It is the mantra of Kali Yuga, Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuga. Unity is the strength, it is a power, and when such unification gets proper direction and spiritual base, the work is done successfully. The best example of ideal unification are Prabhu Shri Ramchandra and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Prabhu Shri Ram was sent to exile and Sita Mata and Lakshman accompanied him. But during the period when Sita Mata was abducted, Shri Ram did not call his army from Ayodhya to fight against Lanka. He united and built Vanar Sena and fought with Ravan with the help of this Vanar Sena. Shri Ramaraya taught us how to create unification from nothing and be victorious in Dharma Yuddha. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj united Mavalas against the oppressive Islamic rulers and established Hindu Swarajya. This unification was not done for the greed of power, but it was based on the thoughts of sacrifice for Dharma. When such selfless unification is created, only then Ram Rajya and Hindu Swarajya is established in its true sense. We have to create similar unification in the present times, which will be without caste, creed, sects or parties. One has to keep aside one's ego, his name, fame, and work as a Dharma Sevak for such unification. Dharma will be the foundation of this unification. This mega unification will lay the foundation of Hindu Rashtra, that is Sanatan Rashtra or Ram Rajya. We will have to bring together sattvic devout and patriotic citizens from all fields for building such unification. Only with sadhana and dharma as the foundation of such unification, the solid building of Rashtra and Dharmakari can be erected. Sadhana creates the ability to face any situation, be balanced in any situation, and take right decisions. Sadhana is taught in the satsangs conducted by Sanatan Sanstha and Dharma Shikshan classes of Hindu Janajagruti Samiti. We can take benefit by joining these classes. Nam Jap, that is chanting the God's name, is spiritual practice. Only God's name will sail us through these difficult times. Those who have not started chanting may start chanting their family deity, that is Kula Devata's name. For example, if the Kula Devata is Sri Mahalakshmi Devi, then chant Sri Mahalakshmi Devyai Namaha. If the Kula Devata is Renuka Mata, then you can chant Sri Renuka Devyai Namaha. If one has got Guru Mantra, then he can chant the Guru Mantra with full devotion. Sadhana helps in setting the foundation of God's grace and work better for nation and dharma. Samartha Ramdas Swami had said, सामर्थ्य आहे चळवळीचे, जो जे करील त्याचे, परंतु तेथे भगवंताचे अधिष्ठान पाहिजे. Meaning, the movement holds great strength and each participant shall reap its benefits. Nevertheless, it is imperative that the foundation be rooted in divine. Once a disciple asked his guru that some people say life is a struggle, some people say life is a play, and some say life is a celebration. So which is the correct answer? Guru answered, For those who don't have Guru in their life, life is a struggle. Those who have Guru, life is a play. While for those who walk on the path shown by Guru, life is a celebration. Following Guru's guidance is beneficial for us. So, don't let your intellect become an obstacle in obeying the Guru. Rather, use your intellect to obey Guru in best possible way. Ramakrishna Paramhans was not well, and Narendra, that is Swami Vivekananda, was attending to him. Swami Vivekananda used to say that he wanted to spend all his life at the holy feet of his Guru. But Ramakrishna asked Swami Vivekananda to travel around the world to know the problems of people and serve them. Swami Vivekananda followed his Guru's orders and traveled across the country on foot. He went through a lot of problems. He had no money, had nothing to eat, but he did not give up. He faced derision in Chicago when he reached Dharma Sansad, but he was never discouraged by it. He remembered his Guru before his speech in the Dharma Sansad, and it became immortal. He propagated Hindu Dharma in other countries. Today, Guru Tattva also expects the same thing. We should dedicate ourselves to the mission of nation and Dharma and do our duty as per our capacity, as it will be a true Guru Dakshina to Guru. Let us pray unto Sri Guru to give us the strength for sadhana and mission of nation and Dharma. I pay obeisance to the founder of Sanatan Sanstha and the inspiration behind Hindu Janajagruti Samiti, Sachidananda Parabrahma, Dr. Athavale. Namaskar to all.
Let us resolve to perform spiritual practice on the auspicious day of Guru Purnima by learning from the enlightening guidance of Sadguru Nilesh Singhal. There are a few instructions before concluding today's program. To progress to the next stage in spiritual practice, seekers have to offer their body, mind, and wealth, and ultimately everything unto Sri Guru. Hindu Janajagruti Samiti is working for the protection of Hindu Dharma and establishment of the Hindu Rashtra. You can donate as per your ability for the activities conducted by the Samiti. You can donate online through the link provided on the screen or by scanning the QR code. Those who wish to directly participate in the mission of serving the nation and Dharma, please fill the online feedback form available in the chat box. We will contact you. We could successfully complete today's online celebrations by the grace of Jagadguru Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Jayant Balaji Atwari. Let us express gratitude at their holy feet. On behalf of the Hindu Janajagruti Samiti, I express gratitude to all viewers for taking out their valuable time to attend the online program today. I pray unto Sri Guru, may he help you make earnest efforts as per the guidance today and become eligible to obtain Guru's grace. With immense gratitude and an appeal that you participate in the mission of establishing the Hindu Rashtra initiated by Satchidananda Parabrahma Dr. Atwale, we conclude today's online celebrations with a shloka. Sajjanah sukhinah santu sadhakascha niramaya tehi bhadrani pashyantu nasyantu sarvadurjanah. Meaning, may the noble become happy, may the seekers be blessed with a healthy life to perform spiritual practice, may the noble and seekers see good days, and may all the evildoers be destroyed. With this prayer, we conclude today's online program. Namaste.